for others for this conference because I will talk more about forest policies and economic linkage. Okay, it is more social plus science. Okay, and I am very young to this research because I just start with my professors just for 2 semesters. And the topic is the impacts of forest resource decline, analyzing forest-related income supplement to reduce the cost of income inequalities and poverty of Kui indigenous people in Kampong Thom province. It's very poor province in Cambodia. The outline, I will take about 5 or 10 minutes to talk about motivations, why I'm interested in this research. And then number 2, I will talk about the theoretical framework on income inequalities. And I understand that you may understand a lot about income inequalities, and it happens everywhere in all countries in the world. And methods that I use for this research, the finding and discussion and conclusions and recommendations. Look at this one. Who knows what is this in these pictures? Yes. They do for what? They do this for what? Yes. They want to make money. This is belong to the local people. They're very poor. In English, we call ecotourism. So foreigners, they are interested to stay, and then they have to pay for villages. Okay. Or we can say example like payment for environmental services. It's very important things, and it's very expensive. But it is in the forest. The tiger will catch you sometimes if you stay in the forest. So I was there last 2 years. If you stay one night, you have to pay $20 US, especially for honeymoon. So those who are single, you can go there, and you have to take bus about 8 hours, very far. It's near Vietnam. It's a sea border with Vietnam. We call Road Akiriki, very, very far. And a lot of foreigners, especially Europe, they go there for their honeymoon and for their long holidays. So motivations. What is the problem statement that I use for this one? The issues of indigenous people at global levels. I will take a few minutes to talk about the problem of indigenous people. Who understand the word indigenous people? Yes, Philippines, you have a lot, about 10 to 20% indigenous people. I learned about that. Is it true? Yes or no? Yes, 10 to 20%, a lot. But I learned about indigenous people in Philippines. They are modernized themselves into a modern life right now. Compared to Cambodia, they are still in the forest. Yes. This is their house. It's very poor. Cambodian, very, very poor. I see in Philippines, your living conditions of the people is better than Cambodia. You have very good infrastructures, and living condition is very good compared to Cambodia. So it was my team. We collect this data in last year. We take about 1 month, and I was there. So indigenous people have been facing socio-economics, and their community are also isolated and vulnerable because of, they don't have education, they don't have skills, they depend on forest resource, and they are very poor. Their incomes annually less than $1 US for individual for one person. It's very, 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 very poor. Sorry. And the other scholar, they suggest that policymakers should develop the agent priorities and co-management approach to address the unsustainable livelihood of indigenous people. Because of in general, they depend on foreign resource, but right now foreign resource has been declines because of illegal loggings and land encroachments, and this case happens everywhere in Southeast Asia. But if you go to Korea, it's very successful. nobody can cut the trees. Very success. I was there for 1 year, and I understand. People, they love the natural resource. They want to protect its sustainability. Compared to Cambodia, people very poor. They want to cut the tree and then they make money. You see? So, in the wrong way. In the wrong way. And environmental income cannot contribute inadequately to forest-dependent community used to current status of unsustainable management of forests and impact of climate change. Again, in developing countries, example like Southeast Asia, Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia, Vietnam, we cannot control our forests. We cannot protect our forest sustainabilities. Because of what? And in general, if they want to protect their forest sustainability, normally the international aid provide to them. Example, like Cambodia, every year we got million US dollars from abroad to protect our forests. You know, we are the owners of the countries, but we cannot protect our forests. So we got the money from other countries. Although environmental forest resource degradation has occurred, large studies state that fishings, wild animals, huntings, collections of non-timber forest products are still high demand among indigenous people. It's still high demand, even though the forest resources may decline because of they cannot find a job. They don't know anything. And also the decline of forest-related income collection